Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, August 14th, 2015, around 5:43 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be another nice and sunny day, a little warmer, but the humidity is going to be tolerable beginning this weekend until at least Tuesday. It's going to be hot and humid. We could have a heat wave. Some news to report. The Green Bay Packers beat the New England Patriots by a score of 22-11 last night in preseason football. This doesn't mean anything. The starters only played a series of plays and stuff, and it's usually the backups and stuff, and third stringers. Some of these players will not make the Patriots or the Packers. And the Low Spinners beat the Batavian Mud Dogs by the score of 7-5. And that's about it on the news. My first video subject of the day is the continuation of the top 10 list of everything and anything. This is going to be the last top 10 list for a while because it's going to go on vacation on the shelf. And now I've reached the top 10 cities in the United States that could support and have a Canadian Football League team. In the early 1990s, the Canadian Football League had a few American franchises in cities that did not have a NFL team. It was decently successful and stuff, but it cost the CFL lost them millions of dollars and stuff, and it almost bankrupted the league. But the CFL is now on stable financial footing and stuff, and I think they should start expanding back into the United States, maybe add a few teams here and there. And American loves football because it's a passion, and here are the top 10 cities that the CFL should go into if they ever decide to expand in the United States again. And these cities will never have an NFL team, in my opinion. Number 10 on this list is Austin, Texas, the capital of Texas. It's in football country and stuff. They love high school football and stuff and college football. And Austin, Texas would be a perfect location for a Canadian Football League team if they decide to expand in the United States. Number 9 on this list of the top 10 cities that should have a Canadian Football League team in the United States is Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville has the Louisville Cardinals football team and stuff. Real passionate about football. They do pretty good and stuff. I think fans would come to support like a Canadian Football League team. Number 8 on this list of the top 10 cities that could support a CFL franchise in the United States is Providence, Rhode Island. Providence, Rhode Island is in the top 10 of viewers for Canadian Football League action last year on like various devices and stuff, and they're close to like Foxborough, but I think Providence would like to have their own professional football league team in a CFL. That would be great and stuff. They would have to find a place to play and stuff. Maybe they'll partner with the Red Sox on, like, if they ever decide to expand the like CFL in the United States. Number 7 on this list of the top 10 cities that the Canadian Football League should do if they move to the United States again is Orlando, Florida. Orlando, Florida has a Citrus Bowl and stuff, and it's a big college football country and stuff like that. And I bet if they ever have a team in Orlando, Florida, I bet Julie Broughton would go to those games. Number 6 on this list of the top 10 cities that a Canadian Football League team should expand to in the United States is Madison, Wisconsin and stuff. The capital of Wisconsin. They love football there. The Cheeseheads for Green Bay Packers. They would probably support another professional football league team there. Number 5 on this list of the top 10 cities that could have a CFL team in the United States is Syracuse, New York. They could play at the Carrier Dome and stuff like that. And also New York, close to Canada and stuff, and that would be a real big boom. Number 4 on this list of the top 10 cities that could have a CFL team in the United States if they ever decide to expand is Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is big football country, Sooners and stuff like that. They've never got an NFL team. I think the CFL CFL would be perfect for them. I bet a lot of fans would come. I bet good old JR Jim Ross will be season ticket holders. Number 3 on this list of the top 10 cities that could have a Canadian Football League team in the United States is Boise, Idaho. Boise has like the Boise State Broncos, who's been a tough college football team, and I think they could support a CFL franchise pretty good. The NFL is never going to come to Boise, Idaho for a team, in my opinion, so that would be perfect. Number 2 on this list, the top 10 cities that could have a CFL team in the United States is Columbus, Ohio, because they have the big Ohio Stadium and stuff, and also that they could support a CFL franchise and stuff. They could play at that stadium. Don't know if they could get 100,000 fans, but they could get a lot of fans if they ever decide the CFL comes back to the United States. And number 1 on this list of the top 10 cities that could support a CFL team in the United States is Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine, it has a lot of people who live there who are from who are originated from the Canadian provinces, and that would be really a big boom to that. It would be real successful in Portland, Maine and stuff. And I think they should consider going to Portland, Maine, the CFL, if they ever decide to expand and stuff. And the NFL's never going to go to Portland, Maine. They will never have a team in Portland, Maine, period. And the chances of the CFL ever expanding back into the United States is not that good, but you never know what could happen and stuff. Plus, in addition, a lot of people say if they ever decide, the CFL would ever decide to expand in the United States, the NFL could block them or put a team there. But I don't think some of the cities I mentioned, I don't think the NFL will ever go to some of these cities and stuff because they're too small and stuff. And that's about it on that. I'll be back later. Facebook friends, YouTube followers, and Twitter for 2 more video blogs. One will be about Anderson Rubin and BTA Commuter Rail Station, tell you about that. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about former NBA player and NBA coach Chris Ford. Keep calm, and I'm a Julie Brennan guy. Molly Rosenblunt of Fox 35 Rocks. And in words of Sean Lucha, get out.